Yeah, hey, Mark. Yeah, I thought it was a great showing by the president. Something I'd been really rooting for the last couple of weeks in terms of him just laying out the things that he's actually gotten done in just 4 years, but holding Vice President Biden to account for his terrible record and for all of the things that he complains about, whether it's justice reform or health care or you name it, that he hasn't gotten done. And he had 8 years as the Vice President of the United States and 47 years in government. And that was fantastic to see that all kind of pulled out and teased out, and the president to hold him to account for all his time.
Now, you're going to be traveling with the president, I guess, as he comes back to Florida. I know that the vice president is also going to do something, I think, in Lakeland tomorrow. So you'll be with the president today?
We'll be with the president today at the Villages this afternoon, over there near Ocala for another rally. So that'll be fantastic. And then we'll be back in Volusia tomorrow in Ormond for a Get Out the Vote mini rally, I guess. The president will vote early in Palm Beach tomorrow, and he's going to simulcast a rally out to a bunch of different locations around the states with surrogates, and I'll be one of those in Ormond Beach. So everybody come out across from the library and let's go vote.
Now, by the way, just a quick follow-up. What does this speak to you in this election about how Republicans have come out in such large numbers so early?
Well, it really is a red wave in terms of early voting. We're seeing every day, we're making up that gap on raw voting numbers between Republicans and the Democrats, where the Democrats have pushed a lot of their votes into vote by mail. We think they're cannibalizing or they're taking from their early voting in person and their day of election in person. So we can see, Mark, how many high propensity voters are still out there, either with ballots or that typically come in and vote in person. And I think we're every day we're making up that gap very quickly. And I think at the end of the day, it's going to be a squeaker. It's going to be tight, but I think we're going to pull out Florida for the president.
Congressman Waltz, tell us about this FBI investigation and what we learned the night before last. Are we going to know anything definitively before Election Day? Is this going to factor into the decision by the American people as to who they elect for president?
Well, I've requested a classified briefing from the FBI before the election to know more. And Mark, and we've talked, I've sponsored a bill called the Alerts Act that will mandate that the American people are notified when this happened. I want to give kudos to the administration for having a public briefing. The Obama administration did not when 2 Florida counties were hacked back in 2016, and for building an infrastructure that detects it in the first place, since then. But at the end of the day, our adversaries, China, Russia, Iran, are taking advantage of and trying to hit us at the heart of our democracy, at the heart of our republic, and that's in our election infrastructure. It needs to stop. I think we need to reestablish deterrence and let them know, hey, we can flick the lights in the Kremlin or the Ayatollah's palace too. But in the meantime, we want to know more. What's happened? It appears that Iran used a spoofing email pretending to be this group, the Proud Boys, to try to intimidate Democrats. And really what it was to cause blowback on the president. Because Iran wants Biden in. Iran wants relief from the maximum pressure campaign of President Trump, and they want the good old days of Biden Obama when they were receiving billions in cash for very little in return, and back to the terrible Iran deal.
And a quick add to that, this is not the first time that you've worked in a bipartisan manner working with Democrat Congresswoman Stephanie Murphy. The both of you are working together, so this crosses party lines.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I should have said that this isn't a Republican or Democrat issue. I think there are certain countries out there that have a preference, but at the end of the day, it's the American people that choose. And election interference is a crime domestically, and we have to put a stop to these foreign powers. trying to do it externally. But my point, Mark, is that the American people need to know what these foreign powers are trying to do is sow discord and put doubt out there that your vote counts. And so the public needs to be notified when this happens.
Congressman, what's the latest on a COVID stimulus? Are we really going to see anything before Election Day?
Not looking good. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm beyond frustrated with it. The Senate Republicans put just a very skinny, very targeted bill for just PPP. There's $135 billion, Mark, sitting there from the CARES Act, ready to go help small businesses. All Pelosi has to do is give the green light that businesses can go get another bite at that apple. And unfortunately, Democrats in the Senate blocked it. So it's just beyond. She's just taking a my way or the highway, all or nothing approach. Another $2.5 trillion or zero, and that's sad.
And that's unfortunate. I also wanted to going back to last night. One thing that we really didn't hear a lot about it. That's a major thing for the American people to hear is the president's success in reducing Medicare costs and the cost of insulin that's going to hit in January. That never really became clear to the audience because of the interruptions, I think, from Kristen Welker. I think she did an okay job, but the president was never able to get on track to sell that to the American people. A lot of folks don't know this. It's a big thing for the American people.
Yeah, no, it's a huge thing. It's a huge thing for seniors. I would refer everyone to the president's speech last week down in Fort Myers, where he really laid out what he's been able to do on executive orders. Now, that's limited. At the end of the day, we need real legislation. I supported a bill called H.R. 19. I would encourage everybody to look it up. And it went after things like, big pharmaceuticals can pay generic drug makers not to pay or not to do generic drugs so that they can make more money on the front end on their brand name drugs. Things like that you came out of committee unanimously need to stop. So the president made some important steps, and you're right, he deserves a lot more credit for it. But really, Mark, sadly, Congress has got to do its job and come to an agreement, and we'll keep pounding away.
Congressman Mike Waltz will be with the president later today, and then he'll be in Ormond Beach tomorrow. We'll remind folks to come out and say hello. Stay healthy, stay well, and congratulations. We'll be talking with you really soon, sir.
Hey, thanks, Mark, and everybody get out. Vote, 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 please.
All right. Congressman Mike Waltz, have a great day, sir. All right.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.